Hello, math students. Welcome back to Module 10, Percent and Proportional Relationships. The title of this lesson is Finding 100% Given Another Percent, and this is going to be Lesson 5. The goal for today is, today we will find the whole when given the quantity. The question that I want you to think about during this lesson is, what method can be used to find a missing part? All right, so we've been working along trying to figure out percentages when we're given a whole. We're trying to figure out percentages when we're giving the quantity. We're trying to find all of those different pieces and parts of that formula that we've been working on. And now today we're adding another skill. And the skill is finding 100% given another percent. So what that technically means is you're trying to find the whole. That's a fancy name for it, because remember, 100% is the whole. So actually what we're trying to find is we're finding the whole when given another percent. All right, and so one of the things that you need to know is we have some tools that make this very handy. And one of the tools it's called a modified double number line. You can use a combination of a double number line and a tape diagram to determine the missing information. This is called a modified double number line. So here is the number line right here. Here is the tape. And so we have a tape because each of them hold a separate job. The number line shows the percentages. So we would put percentages up here, right? Determining whatever it is, we know that this would be your percentages. And then the tape diagram is where you put the actual information that you're given. So you would get the number of, you would put the whole, you would put the part, you would put the quantity. They would actually live in the actual tapes. Then you can compare them to see what the missing information would be. And so I want you guys to try it out with me so that you can see how this works. All right, so here's a practice problem. A tank that is 40% full contains 648 gallons of water. What is the maximum capacity of the tank? Well, the first thing that I want you to think about is this says 40%, and so you're going to have to determine what you want to be represented on your number line percentage-wise. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to count by 20s, because if I count by 20s, then 40% can be represented. So can, once I get it all filled out, so can the 100%, which I am seeking, right? And then we just continue on for that. All right, so we have filled in our number line with the percentage amounts that we see, and then we need to go back and read it again. Okay, and it says, first, identify the parts of the word problem. So the first thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out the quantity. A tank that is 40% full contains 648 gallons of water. So that means this tank is only 40% full and it contains that many gallons of water. What is the maximum capacity of the tank? And so what we're trying to figure out is we're trying to figure out what the whole is. And so the quantity that we're given would be 648, because that's what we're given. The percent that we were given is 40%, right? And then the whole that we're given is our unknown. So I'm going to say that that is the variable x, okay? And so then the second step says make the modified double number line. So I'm going to put, for our paperwork, right up here so that you can still see everything that we're working on. So it says make the modified double number line. So here is our percentages. And then it says that the quantity is 648. And I know that because the quantity is 648, it is represented by the 40%. So on my tape, I'm going to draw 648 right here, because it says that it is 40%. All right, a tank that is 40% full contains 648 gallons. So that means 648 is 40%. So that's why our tape looks like that. And so we would then have to ask ourselves, how do we know what goes in each section of the tape? Well, on my modified double number line, I have two sections of the tape that are represented by 648. So my brain says that I need to do 648 divided by 2 because there's 2 sections. So 2 goes into 6 3 times, 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. So I know that 324 goes in here, 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 because we learned back in 6th grade that each section of a tape is exactly the same size, holding the same amount. So now I have, if you look up here, I now know what is my whole, which if you remember, we were looking for the whole. So now all I have to say to myself is I have to take 324 and I have to multiply it by the number of tapes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 5 sections in this one tape. So I'm going to multiply it by 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So now I know that my 100% or my whole equals 1,620 gallons. So that water tank, when it's 100% full, it can hold 1,620 gallons. And the way that I was easily able to do that was by using a modified double number line. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so now we have one more to try, and we're going to follow our same steps, okay? So here's another one, and it says, Loretta brought 420 apples that she picked. Her grandfather said, that is only 35% of the total. What is the total number of apples? Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to draw my modified double number line. Sorry, it's wiggly. Okay, and then it says that it represents 35%, so I'm thinking for me that I'm going to count by by 5s, because I think that might be the best way to do it. So I might have to put some more numbers in here. So if we do 0 here and then 5, let's just cut all of these in half, and then I'll have more room to show more. Okay, and we might need one more there. Okay, so then this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Ooh, I'm almost there. Continue it out. 100% would be here. Sorry, had to move that down. All right, so there's my 100%, and that's my goal, is to try to figure out what it is. And then I'm going to draw my tape so that it matches the size of my number line. Ooh, my lines are horrible. There, 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 there. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get them to match. So that's why I'm looking up above and then drawing my sections. There, 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 there. Sorry, they're not evenly spaced, but that's what happens when you free draw them. All right, so that would represent the total. So now let's go back, and we have to find our quantity, right? We need our percent, and we need our whole. Okay, so we're identifying the parts, and it says Loretta brought 420 apples that she picked. Her grandfather said that was only 35% of the total. Okay, so the quantity we know is 420. The percent that we are given is 35%, and the total is what we're seeking. Okay, so it says that 35%, which is right here, so from here to here, is 420. So now I have to count how many sections I have in my tape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm going to take 420 divided by 7, and I get 60. So 60 in each box, because it's a tape. Tape diagrams have the same size, same shape, so we're putting 60 in each box all the way across. 60, 60, 60. My hand is getting tired. 60, 60, 60, 60. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. I know that I wrote 60 20 times, because 20 times 5 is 100, right? So I'm going to do 60 times 20, because that's how many are there, right? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now I'm going to do some math. Okay, and then I get this. So I know in total that there were 1,200 apples in total. And did we just find the whole? Absolutely. And how did we do it? By using the modified double number line. So that's pretty awesome. It's a very powerful tool if you remember how to use it correctly. All right, so let's go back to our goal. First of all, today we will find the whole when given the quantity. Did we do that? Absolutely. And we learned it by another tool. What is a method that can be used to find the missing part? The answer to that is using the modified double number line. All right, kiddos, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.